These mountains are home to a very special fish. A place full of undiscovered cultural treasures. For many of us, a place full of mystery and darkness. One of those well-kept mysteries is the Japanese Nishikigoi. There are only limited groups of people on our planet who knows about these swimming art pieces. This specific fish is not only an important part of the Japanese culture, but for many also an adventure that starts in the mountains of the Yamakoshi area in western Japan. For generations, koi breeders work towards that one single moment a year. A stunning spectacle where people from all over the world come together to be part of this event. This is where standards of the Japanese culture comes to life. The honor and prestige associated with this fish goes further than most ever imagined. In part 2 of this series, we dive even deeper into the origin of this mysterious fish. We follow breeders and hobbyists who pursue a dream to achieve the highest goal. This is Inside the Secret World of Koi. It is late October. Most of the Japanese koi breeders are busy with the latest preparations before winter arrives in this part of Japan. They are working hard to harvest all their latest koi fish from the mud ponds in the mountains. During the cold winter months, all the fish needs to be inside. Outside, these fish have zero chance to survive. This area is known for the meters of snow it receives every winter from the far north. From the Arctic Ocean and via Russia, cold air collided with the western sea of Japan. And as strange as it may sound, these koi breeders depend on the large amounts of snow. The snow is an essential part of growing these swimming jewels. But before winter arrives, the breeders prepare for a period in which many things are different than in fall. Tosai. Mention the name Dainichi Koi Farm, and almost every hobbyist in the world knows who we're talking about. The Dainichi Koi Farm is one of the koi breeders in Japan who needs no explanation. Breeders such as Yamamatsu Koi Farm and Dainichi have dominated the All Japan Koi Show for the past 10 years when it comes to the biggest prizes to be won during these World Championships. Their fish are bred from the best bloodlines in the world. It is now winter time. Almost all koi breeders in this part of Japan are busy and selecting and selling their 1-year-old fish, also known as Tosai. But in the midst of all those fuzz, the breeders are preparing for something much more important. A special event in Tokyo that every breeder from Japan has been working towards all year long. This is the moment for the breeders to present their pride to a global audience. It is what every breeder dreams of, winning the first prize at the All Japan Koi Show, the Grand Champion. It has been 8 years since the Dainichi Koi Farm won the All Japan Koi Show. Shigeyoshi Dainichi will make another attempt at the title in just a few days from now. A few dozen employees work on this farm who are responsible for the development, growth and health of the koi day in and day out. It is a fact that health is one of the most important factors in the life of a koi. These fish are more than just a simple pet. The koi are shipped all over the world. Transporters drive daily to and from the airports in Tokyo to send the koi to their new destination. The fish are shipped in the most careful manner so that any kind of stress is removed as well as possible. The breeders prepare the koi as good as possible for transport. An adjusted diet, fresh water, a sleeping aid and sometimes cooling elements. The lower the temperature, the less oxygen the fish uses. This means that the koi also arrive in much better conditions when they are shipped during the colder periods in Japan. In just a few days, it is time for the annual All Japan Koi Show. Here too, preparations are in full swing at the Dainichi Koi Farm. This is the moment that everything has to go well. There is simply no room for mistakes.
It's quite special to see.
We find Shigeru Mano busy with their selection of their annual fish. Every single koi is selected for quality from birth to the second year of life. Sometimes breeders have more than 10 of those rounds. The higher the quality, the more expensive the koi. And even at this size, the koi are worth a lot of money. But more about this later. We go back 2 months in time. I want to introduce to you one of the most passionate hobbyists in the whole world. With an eye for champions, this well-respected hobbyist has won a considerable range of prizes in and outside Japan. I introduce you to Mr. Kerr, a hobbyist from the United Kingdom. That shows are important for the hobby is a well-known fact. Only here a dozen judges, consisting of pros and breeders, determine which koi is the best in his or her class. And the best of the entire show, he can call himself the grand champion for a whole year. This specific show, the Nagaoka Koi Show, is one of the latest shows before the grand final in Tokyo. Despite the huge difference in physical size and the field of participants, some koi on this show can also be seen during the All Japan Koi Show in Tokyo. The Koi Show is about to start. Breeders and invitees gather for judging. It is a tradition to start judging the best koi of the show, the Grand Champion. Today, choosing the Grand Champion will only take 2 rounds. During the first round, the 3 best fish that have the chance of winning this title will be selected. During a second and possibly third round, the judges choose the bigger winner of the show. The day starts with bad weather. Despite the rain, this does not stop the judges from going out and judging the best koi. Judges provide their best preferences for the Grand Champion one by one. The excitement is clearly visible that you can expect at this annual competition. After an extremely careful count, the results of the first round follows. The three contenders are picked up from their fat and exhibited again to the judges for the second round. It soon becomes clear that there's a clear winner. The winner of the show is Donald, a UK hobbyist, who wins the Grand Champion prize of this show with his Nogami Kohaku. A stunning fish, where the judges found this fish to be the best in body, skin quality and size to win.
Dinner. Okay? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Congratulations, Donald.
Thank you very much. Very pleased.
Really good. It is winter, and traditionally we start the trip with a visit to the Yagenji Koi Farm. Daisuke and Toshinori are busy with selling their koi. What is different than in the autumn is that the ponds are filled with 1-year-old fish, or also called tosai. During this period, breeders mainly sell their smaller fish to dealers around the world. It is always a pleasure to walk around here at the Yagenji Koi Farm. Everything is so well organized, clean, and the brothers are so kind to show you around at their farm every single time you visit them. After a last visit to the new koi house, it is time to continue our trip. I'm on my way to the next appointment. A short stop at my favorite sushi restaurant provides me the necessary energy and satisfaction for the next appointment and the rest of the day. In our series we visit mainly breeders in the Niigata area, known and unknown. New in our series is the Isa Koi Farm. This huge complex, with several departments, is located at the foot of the Yamakoshi Mountains in Ojiya. Isa Koi Farm, run by Mitsunori Isa, is one of the top breeders in Japan. The koi farm started selling koi in 1917, mainly kohaku. Soon the Showa variety was added. After winning the Best in Size prize with one of his Showas, the farm became very popular. Today, Mitsunori-san mainly grows about 70% Showa and the rest Sanke and Kohaku. Looking around here is great. The quality is such a pleasure to see. Mitsunori-san's hospitality is amazing. I get the freedom to take a closer look and discuss some of their fish. More about this in the next video. I enjoy the fact that I can watch this fish. The skin quality is absolutely amazing. All about this in the next upcoming video. For now, Donald comes to see one of his purchases koi. After a year of absence, he can finally see the development that the fish has gone through. No stranger in this series, Donald. We meet him again at the Isa Koi Farm, busy talking to Mitsunori Isa. For now, Donald comes to see one of his purchases koi. After a year of absence, he finally can see the development that the fish has gone through.
Nice. Huh? Oh. Size now? Mitsunori? 67. Same size. The sumi has started to come up. Uh-huh. Do you think it'll go over the top? Huh? No? Sir? Yeah. To come over. Oh. Very pleased. Yes. Volume much better. Much better. Mm. What size do you think it'll be?
Special pond release.
Right. 8 cm?
Now
67. 75 in October?
67?
67 last October. Next October? 75.
Maybe.
Huh? You can do it, you can do it. Yes, I saw it in October and liked it, but I was a little bit concerned that the body shape was a little bit slim. So you can see that Mitsunori has been carried on feeding, and it's got a much more volume to it. So the body shape, I think, has improved a lot in 3 months. So I'm very pleased.
Donald is a satisfied man, happy with the development of his Showa. Before I leave to my next appointment, I get the chance to see some great fish up close. This Marutan Showa is at the top of my list. What a great fish. Also during this trip, I have some time left to watch some of my own koi. I drive to the Yamamatsu Koi Farm to see my Matsunosuke-sanke. I'm very pleased to see how good the condition still is even during the winter period. About 1 year ago, I have decided to buy this koi at the age of 2. At the moment she is 3 years old, and for the upcoming years she will stay growing in Japan. The breeder will take care of my fish for a fixed amount. I'm very curious how she will develop in the upcoming period. I have been looking forward to this visit since October, back at the Torazo family. I'm very pleased to have this friendship with one of the best breeders from Japan. Choshi Kawakami and his family are part of the Nishikigoi history. Their farm is already for more than 100 years located here in Ojiya. Choshi's son has made time for me to talk about their farm. He is pleased to see how the hobby develops these days.
当然日本に来ればありとあらゆるいろいろな鯉が見れるから当然来たいのは理解できます。というのは結局業者がある程度限られた鯉を国に持ち帰っても見れる鯉というのは数がもう知れてますからね。日本に来ればもう圧倒的多数のいろいろな鯉を見れるんでまあいいんじゃないかと思いますね。まあ今は 80% が紅白、まあ去年から昭和を2つ2腹あと3家を取ってまあ大体5三家に絞って今はやってますね。やっぱり5三家、特に紅白と3家は特別好きですね。まあブラッドライン言っても毎年いろいろな新しい血を入れたくて常に新しい親鯉を仕入れてまあいろいろ試しながら特別どれにこだわってるわけではないですけどまあ体を一番重視してまあ紅白であれば紅三家であればもちろん炭が入るんでとにかく体と質をまあ重視してとにかく長く大きく成長を楽しめる鯉を目指してますね。
growing koi needs space. Not only the smaller fish need space, but also the bigger koi, up to 1 meter, grow outside during the summer periods. These ponds are called mud ponds. The best growing environment in one of the most peaceful places in Japan.
Fry ポンドが35、あと2歳以上が約20ですね。秋収穫するトザは約2万匹、その中から秋販売する鯉と春まで残して選別しながら、やっていくのを合わせて、秋の時点で収穫するのは2万匹ですね。当然の選別、生まれてからだいたい40日目でやって、それから基本的には2週間おきに、なかなかスケジュールはそう調節はできないですけど、基本的には2週間おきに、選別するのは基本ですね。さっきも言ったように2万匹秋に収穫して、かなりその時点で売って、冬の間9月に収穫して5月に泥池に放すわけですけど、その間に選別を繰り返して最終的に春2歳にしようと思う鯉は大体300匹ですね。紅白だけでなく昭和もできてるんで、昭和が割と楽しみなんで。
Josie invites me to his best tozai of this year. With this small masterclass, he proudly presents these amazing koi.
この中で5本ばかり取ってみたけども、選ぶのは何回もだいたい2週間3週間に1回選別をしてきます。最初はこのくらいのサイズですが、今だいたい30センチくらいになってます。大きくなるにつれてだんだん悪くなってくる部分というのがあります。悪くなってきた鯉を外すのが選別です。基本的に残すのは、2歳になった時のイメージを2歳になった時をイメージして、これだったら2歳に残しても大丈夫なんじゃないかという可能性がある鯉を残していきます。これなんかは模様も丸点で整ってますし、ボディの高さもあるし、目幅、頭の大きさもあります。これなんかは十分これからも残って良くなってくると思われます。逆にこれはヒレに赤があります。最初はなかったんですが、途中からこういうふうに赤が増えてくる鯉もあります。これもほんの少しですがピンクの薄い紅が出てきています。将来どうなるか分かりませんが、様子を見てこれなんかは同じある程度の大きさでもちょっと頭が尖ってますね。頭が小さいというんですかね。同じ鯉でもこれなんかは幅がありますし、あとこういうふうにサシが強いのはありますね。基本的に紅は、際とサシを一番重視します。あんまりサシが強いようだと縦鯉には向かないので、淘汰されます。成長するにつれサシがどんどん強くなってくる鯉もいれば、だんだん薄くなってくる鯉もいます。成長の過程を見ながら選別をするということです。ある程度模様はこれなんかは丸点ではあるけど、ちょっとこちらは単純な模様ですが、大きくなった時をイメージすればそれなりにいい鯉ではあると思います。 この部分を除いて。
During this time of year, dealers from all over the world comes to buy 1-year-old koi. After the interview, we meet with a dealer from the United States, who is selecting his new stock. These are the moments that I feel blessed to be in Japan and enjoy every aspect of the Japanese culture, including the Japanese kitchen. As always, I want to thank the Torazo family for their hospitality. Climate changes are clearly visible here. At this time of the year, this area receives 3 to 4 meters of snow during a single winter. Everything is different this year. Luckily, the weather is finally turning. Snow. We return just like last October to the Shintaro Koi Farm. Masaru Saito is waiting for us to show his best 1-year-old koi.
1985年、慎太郎養鯉場の斉藤勝です。
The Shintaro Koi Farm is mainly popular because of the Matsunosuke sake. This bloodline is so famous that many hobbyists dreams of getting one of these amazing koi.
Sanke, Kohak, Showa. ほとんどが松之助です。
Breeders only have limited space to grow their best fish. So it's not surprising that many of these koi are very pricey. The intense care all starts when the eggs start to hatch.
Shigeyoshi が30で、2歳3歳の池が10、15、45ぐらいです。搭載秋搭載が5000匹、オスとメスを一緒にして卵を産んで、3日ぐらいで孵化しての池に入れ3日後ぐらいだから1週間ぐらい生まれて1週間150匹ぐらい、素晴らしい産経をこう各池に驚くほどのを揃えたい。いやとても幸せに感じています。これが今年期待の搭載。前の松之助の系統からいくとこう墨が大きく出るっていう今の流行りからいくとあれだったんですけど、少し墨を出そうっていうことで少し試行錯誤の上こうようやく墨が出るようになって、これが従来の形の私の三家ですが、新しい形としてこう白地に墨が大きく入るような、これが で新しい形としてこういう白地に墨の生えてのを今作るべく頑張ってます。
These tategoi are absolutely amazing and wait a great future. At the moment they're about 8 months old and will develop more in the upcoming months and also this summer period in the mud ponds outside in the mountains.
今現在この墨の木、はい。白地にこう墨が入って5月の末か6月の初め、5月の末ですね。ごくいいやつを20本ぐらいずつ一池に入れて、あとそうだね3つぐらいの池20本ぐらいずつ入れて、あとはまとめて50本ぐらい、100本ちょっとぐらい。
It's time to say goodbye to the Shintaro family. I want to thank them for their hospitality and kindness, and for me it is also time to leave Niigata. I will travel to the Old Japan Koi Show in Tokyo. We started our journey at the Dainichi Koi Farm. Shigeru Mano can proudly call itself the big winner of this world championship. With his 93 cm kohaku, the Dainichi Koi Farm and the owner, Mr. Pan from China, are allowed to take the great honor. A place among all the other big winners of previous editions. Shigeru's son is proudly standing around the barrel with the winner inside. It is the 51st edition of the Old Japan Koi Show. Also the largest stage where the best fish from Japan compete for the big prizes. Many visitors from all over the world comes to Tokyo to visit this event. Donald has also deployed several fish this year, including a showa from the Isa Koi Farm where we visited him a few days ago. Donald has won a big prize with one of his fish and we have time to chat.
Yes, I saw the koi at Isa, the showa breeder in Nagaoka, and I asked to buy it and he said he couldn't sell it to me because it was going into the Nagaoka auction. So I really liked the koi and I asked Ruiki Narita if he would buy it for me at the auction. And I was lucky enough to get it and it's just improved. It's now 69 cm and it's a 3-year-old. So I bought it as a 2-year-old and now a 3-year-old, and it's grown really well. It's got a female body shape for a male koi, so but very pleased with it. I bought a house way back in 1993, and in the garden there was a pond. And about 2 years after I'd moved in, I suddenly, because this pond was covered with a big lily, and I suddenly realised there were 3 or 4 tiny little fish in this pond, and that started me off. So, I kept putting koi into this pond, no filtration, and they kept dying. So I thought I'd better find out what I was doing. So that's what got me involved in keeping koi. I've been coming over to Japan for about 13 years now. I like the Niigata area because all the breeders are concentrated in one area, and it's easy to get around. I haven't been down to the south of Japan too often because the distances are so great. You know, you can only see one breeder every day. You know, so I much prefer the north. I think it's going through different phases in different countries. I think it's quite an expensive hobby now. It's quite a high maintenance hobby. People spend a lot of money on their ponds, but they seem to be reluctant to spend a lot of money on buying really good koi, which is strange. I think it's very important because it's a shop window. You see 2,000 of the best koi in the world, and you suddenly realize the standard you have to get to compete. So just getting a koi to come to this show is an achievement in itself. That's good enough to come to this show.
So what are your goals?
Well, I'm getting too old now, so this year I've had 4 firsts, 2 seconds, and 6 thirds. So I think that I've peaked, I think, in terms of getting koi to the All Japan show.
During the Nagaoka Koi Show last October, you were introduced to a fish by a Dutch hobbyist. A kohaku that won the best in size during that show has now also won a big prize here. I spoke to Shigeyoshi Tanaka from the Maruju Koi Farm. He is the breeder of this koi. Shigeyoshi's son is no stranger. My first experience with koi in Japan was on his koi farm. In addition to his knowledge, he speaks excellent English.
So this is when this is Nisai Kohak 44 cm. Then just after harvest, he came with attendants. Then he picked up really straight away. Then reduced. Then in last October,
already got the best in size in Nagaoka Koi Show. Then after that, I put it to conditioning pond. Then now she got again for the Miyabi prize. Because of course the Miyabi prize is first time. The Kokugyo a few years ago I got, but the Miyabi is first time. It's really appreciate, and the customers, many people say to us congratulations. So it's really happy. Yes. I think for her, like this bloodline specialty is 3 years and 4 years, getting much better. So I really looking forward to the after 1-2 years, then body line is make more wider. So yeah, me and the owner talking about for that. Still there is a category.
The Maruju Koi Farm is located at the most beautiful viewing points in the Yamakoshi area. I asked Shigeyoshi-san how he prepares the koi before a koi show.
I have a concrete pond for the conditioning. Then I keep in there. Then basically now mud pond to concrete pond. Then about 2 months before we start preparation for the koi shows. Then we entry to koi show. All Japan Koi Show is the biggest koi show in the world, in the koi world. So it's like the front winner's pond is really, when I put into my fishes, really proudly, and yes, it's one of the most important koi show for the koi world, I think. 2020, no, just we concentrate into the still more higher quality fish, and now we can make we have a new greenhouse, so drone filter is really working well. So I'm really looking forward for the how to using, because this is first year for you start. So yeah, still thinking a lot, but it's really good tool for Maruju Koi Farms, new tool. So yes, I can do many things, I think. Yes. So I'm looking forward.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
It is time for the ceremony. The All Japan Koi Show takes several days, of which Sunday is dominated by the awards ceremony. Not only Sige but also Donald will have to take to the stage to collect their well-deserved prizes. Prizes are distributed one by one with military precision. The ceremony has something special. A conclusion to a great event, but also the start of a new season. Finally, the winner, Mr. Pen and Shigeru Mano, can take the stage for the grand prize. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone in this film for their cooperation, but especially you as a loyal viewer of all of my videos. I appreciate your feedback, energy and passion for this hobby. I would love it if you can share this video and leave a comment in the comments. I hope that with this documentary I can convince you to subscribe. This year there are some very special things on the agenda that you definitely don't want to miss. Thanks for looking, and don't forget to like and comment, and until the next.
Thank you.